me?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hi there.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
Good, sir. Good, sir.
I was very pleased to read your email and to learn that you've been able to receive this fantastic offer.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot. So it's your guidance. Step by step, I was searching the lot of companies on it,
Right.
and this company just got it, sir. This was having a quite good exposure, but package-wise, they are not so attractive. But opportunity-wise, definitely, so they have a lot of opportunity which they have shown it. As I discussed with the Mr. Harjit Singh is the director of this company, and
Right.
this organization is having their own three directors.
Right.
So all three directors are based to the US, Connecticut. They have an head office there,
Right.
and they
I
have a
just wanted to, understand how the program helped you and how you were able to apply that knowledge to be able to generate this offer.
so program is really a very helpful, and it has given a lot of insights how to be reach to the right consumer, how to the right employers, where we can just meet our needs with their our stake will be matched with their needs on it.
Right.
So that will be give a big insight to us to find the right employer and right opportunity where we can utilize our stakes in that.
Right. So you use the SPT model to walk
Yes,
this
sir.
journey and connect with this organization and then show value to them for this offer to come about, right?
Right, sir. Right. So that's a big help. That's a great help and the great guidance of it.
Right. Wonderful. I'm very pleased to hear that. And what is the name of the company?
So they are nature first.
Nature's.
Uh,
Yes.
Nature's first. So basically, so they are in the pulp exporter from India,
Right.
and they have a dairy segment in the US,
Hmm.
and they were having the vegetable juices as well as beverages as well as other nutraceuticals,
Right.
which they are just dealing with that. And more majorly, they were dealing with the B2B consumer.
Right.
So retail presence is very less with them, and they are targeting up. And now they are just starting with the private label as a new venture for them. Due to the
Right.
COVID situation, they have just transformed their business. Existing earlier, they were just promoting their own brands, but
Right.
now the brand is little bit having a less uh, performance in the market. So
Right.
due to that, they are just planned now, and they basically tied up with the Walmart. They tied up with Metro Cash and Carry in India,
Hmm.
and now they are just planning to be just drive this private label business to these all major retailers.
Right. Right. Well, the second thing I want to congratulate you on is that there's a good jump to your package, especially in this time, when Corona is creating so much trouble for so many people. And I come across executives every day who are having to compromise on their salary. You've gone from a package of 12 lakhs to a package now of 18 plus lakhs.
18 plus, yes, sir.
So that's fantastic. Congratulations to you, Ajay.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot on that. That's your great guidance, which has really helped a lot. And I'm mid of the our level two. So level two, I have to complete it for my the next red diamond for it.
Right.
So I have not
Certainly,
completed.
certainly.
Yes.
Excellent. But I have to tell you that I spent a life in private label. I was everything from creating the
Wonderful,
brand
sir.
architecture for private label brands to selling it to retailers and in the US and even globally, as you saw in the presentation that I sent you. Um,
Great.
I would suggest that at least for their US business, they should connect with Damon Worldwide.
Great, sir.
That
Great.
will be a very good company to introduce them to more than 150 retailers in the US.
Oh, wonderful. That's a great spread they have.
Yeah, that can be a huge, uh, you know, uh, uh, pump to their sales because they will get all of these opportunities to go and present to some of the biggest retailers within the United States. And also for India, I would suggest that a similar strategy be followed. I don't think Damon operates a brokerage division here still, but the idea would be to showcase your capabilities in terms of how you understand category management and how you understand private label. and take
Right.
that to all of the major retailers here. May it be Reliance Retail, may it be Future Group, may it be any of these businesses. Metro Cash and Carry, more stores, which is a Birla business. Um, the idea would be to go and seek a presentation, seek a meeting with the individual who is responsible for procurement of beverages, the category manager
Right.
over beverages and shelf stable juices and pulp and all of that, those products.
Right. Right.
So you can find that person. I'm sure you'll be able to find that person on social media, especially on LinkedIn,
Sure.
and then create an inroad to get a meeting. And that is again where the SPT model will help you
Oh, great.
to be
Right.
able to leverage some of your some of the past expertise of the organization in saying these are the ones that you currently do business with, and then take it forward that these are our capabilities. We attend to private label from farm to fork, and we manage the business. We have a local sales force. Our manufacturing, I think you said in your email that your manufacturing is in Bangalore.
So manufacturing they have located in the we can say outskirts of the Bangalore. That is near to the Hosur district.
Right, right. So again, being a local company, your ability to service these clients will be strong. Because again, in beverages, the majority of the cost is again transportation and the PET.
True.
So
True, sir.
that is why having local distribution and then having the ability to store product and make it more just in time for these retail chains, that would be a huge advantage.
Right. So I think so they have just started with their commodities also, just like a tomato puree. And
Right,
that was is having the commodity, which is a very common commodity with each and every steps people require it.
right,
So as on the market research, which I have done it, like in the HUL and Dabur is the only two major players, and then Hershey's is the back end of the HUL, though
right,
they are producing for them. So there are few players are there in this and this segment where the company is selected off, and they were just trying to be develop a product which will be competitive to these brands, and there they will just make a space to be in the market to create a kind of some kind of a competitive with the USP of this product. Like usually the product which is like tomato puree is having the shelf life of 12 to 18 months, but
right.
they are coming up with around 24 months, which will be give a big USP to the private label people as well as to their own brand as well.
Right. Oh, this sounds like a fantastic opportunity, and especially as you get a handle of how to create new accounts and how to create new customers. Every time you generate a customer, the beauty in this business is that it comes with a tremendous amount of revenue, and it's a repeatable business.
Yeah,
Because that customer becomes a customer for a long period of time.
true, sir, true.
And then the whole idea is that private label is more profitable than the national brand, and because of that, the retailer is very keen to push it, especially if you can get space within their in-store advertising and the promotional deals that they can give you because it's their own brand. That becomes a huge advantage.
So I just also planned it like as for the post-COVID, when these cloud kitchens and all these things people will get activated.
Right,
Everything is based on the gravy part of it,
right,
and major ingredient of gravy is our tomato puree, which
correct,
can definitely drive in a way where the people are post-COVID. Everybody is looking towards the economic thing rather than going with a branded one.
right,
That way, we are just discussing with the management the how the pricing, how the product has to be come up,
right.
so that way, the thing is that we should be very competitive in the pricing as well as the quality both. So if both
Excellent,
will be do, then definitely things will be drive in a very bigger,
excellent,
faster
excellent.
speed on that.
And tell me, Ajay, now describe your role again. Tell me what will you be heading and what are the responsibilities of this position?
So this position is there like in India, they have a very limited staff, which is having their only major. They have a registered office in MG Road, but there the sales team is very limited there, and hardly two three people will report me. Major is all the production operation side. So
Right,
they all are located in the plant, and that's the one. Here, my major role is to be I have to take care of all the existing key accounts people, as well as I have to be develop the new business opportunities where
right,
I can at least approach with our Nature First brand, and parallelly I have to be convert. So my major 80% role is to be convert the private label into this product.
Right.
So that is a major role which I have to be drive the pan India level business one. And secondly, so they are exporting to the Dubai, Sharjah, and Abu Dhabi. So
Right.
these three places they are exporting up. Plus, they are exporting their own product to their main headquarter, Connecticut, and from there they were just supplying to the New York City as well as to the Washington, other places there. So those
Right.
things also I need to be taken care of the operation side as well.
Okay.
So where the management is keep connected with the operation team. Plus every evening I have to be report to the management what is my the day activities happen and
Right.
what are my plans for it. So as due to the COVID, everything is going very slow, and then management is telling try to be work from home and then connect to the people, because most of the buyers they are working remotely and they are not willing to be
Correct.
interact directly. So they were just telling it that we have to be wait till the November and December, and then from Jan onwards we will take the things on it. As
Right.
it is a food ingredient, over the phone we cannot convince them till they will taste. They will
That's right.
drive the
That's right.
situation on this.
But you can always send the samples and then they can do the tasting by themselves, and you can have a virtual meeting to say, here are the merits of the product, here's our pricing strategy, here's how we will support you. You can at least start that conversation with, because this sounds like it's almost like an India head role for you.
Yes, sir. It's a India head role in that.
Yeah, so you will be looking after not only the business development side, but also you'll be looking after existing operations.
Existing operations as well. Yes, sir.
Right. And what a fantastic time to get into a company and an opportunity like this, where you really get to shape how the company creates a presence in India.
Right, sir. Right. Because they were doing very well the last 3, 4 years.
Right.
Suddenly, their businesses dropped down, and management was not very keen to be promoted out because they have started with their tomato, our mango purees, mango pulp, and then they have bring it around 14, 15 SKUs to the market. But
Right.
market was our market, and in US market is quite different on it. There they were just not very the palate sensitive, but India market is palate sensitive. So
Hmm.
they have bought it like coconut water, they have bought it by the vegetable juices, they have bought it by the nectar, but that is doesn't done well here. So
Hmm.
as the people were more price sensitive, they were looking the beverages within a range of 10 rupees to 30, 40 rupees. And but their nectar, everything will be with the lowest margin. If we will drive it to their, that is costing between 60 to 70 rupees, but doesn't work out. So they
Right.
have failed for several times here. So what management told, rather than we will focus in the Indian retail, that we will focus to B2B sector as well as we will do the exports. So
Right.
export with the Middle East also they tried it, but again Middle East they were just trying the commodity and all the thing. So Europe market earlier they were doing in the Amsterdam, that's a European market. So
Right.
there also they have succeeded very well in the vegetable juices, but
Right.
somehow management has got a space there that market is a more private label driven market through which they can drive through this commodity rather than going with the fruits only.
Right.
So that way they had just entered in this segment, and somehow so they got this opportunity, and how things has to be going very well. So
Excellent. No, I know Europe is much more private label driven. Private label penetration in Europe, as a percentage of total sales is much higher than most other markets, because those buyers are used, those consumers are used to buying private label. They understand the value proposition behind private label, and they understand the value that it brings to them.
true,
Uh,
sir.
so I think there's a similar opportunity here, because especially the products that you're in, these products are easily substitutable.
Right,
The brand matters less, the quality and the pricing matters more. So
right.
India is a very price sensitive market, and
Yeah,
there is a lot of consumption that is happening, at the value segment. So to be able to drive your distribution, you really need to create a good value proposition for the B2B customer in being able to
right,
push volume through these channels.
right.
So, congratulations once again. This is a fantastic opportunity. I'm so happy for you. And
Thanks a lot. So that's a great guidance from your side, and I hope that maybe in the coming days also I will keep troubling you, sir, to take your guidance to how to move forward on it.
Absolutely. I'm happy to help wherever I can help. And I know you have been attending the mastermind calls as well.
Yeah, true. So
So I
on a
wanted
regular
to ask
basis.
you, what did you think of the mastermind calls? How have they worked for you?
I think that that's amazing of it. I got a lot of information through them. Like whatever the mastermind calls, if I'll just like the best thing is that all the calls are recorded. Whenever we face some problem, immediately we will just go through that and we will refresh our all the brush ups our knowledges and we will add on
Right,
that. So it's a kind of a big transformation to us.
right,
Like this is the way which we have it's a guidance and that's a lacking from us as I am having itself around some 14, not 14, almost around 18 years overall experience on it.
right,
And as we were just working on it, like I was with the associate with the APJ group, there I was managing with a very small territory that is South Territory. And
right.
the South Territory, I was just managing the tea bags and other thing.
Hmm.
But the guidance, what the I got it through your program, it was really amazing. It's really amazing that we just thinking that we supposed to get this one at least around 10 years back, we would have been climbing another six ladders compared to this.
Well, I'm so pleased to hear that. Thank you so much. Let me ask you, would you recommend the program to other people?
Definitely, sir. Definitely. I will definitely recommend to my team as well as to my colleagues as well. And definitely because this will really helpful. And in fact, the first mail which I have shared to you that my vision is to be just to work for the at least abroad market like US and Europe market.
Right.
And this opportunity was given a little a light hope through which if I can hard work on it in a proper guidance way to take the company's expectation at a certain level, then definitely this through this I can make a way to be move forward and can reach to our destiny where I was just
Absolutely.
planning.
I see that in this opportunity as well. If you can do some hard work and produce some results here in the India market, the next step for you, I can see quite clearly is that they will take you to the Gulf markets because they're already
Exactly.
exporting to those markets, and those markets again present their unique dynamics. And then who knows, maybe the next stop is Europe or North America. I mean, it is really a great opportunity if you work hard and can produce results. The stage at which you are getting into this opportunity is very exciting, and
Definitely.
you really have a free hand because you're going to be responsible for building the India business, you're going to be responsible for building the India team, you're going to be responsible for doing it the way you want to do it. And I
Right.
think
So
your experiences there will help you a lot because your steak matches well with the needs that they were looking for. So I'm so glad that this came about.
and in fact, so when I just got this opportunity, I was quite confident that I have a backup with the Seven Sir. So definitely there is a big guidance of it. Suddenly, sir, they got us such a big opportunity. And then what I was in very dilemma whether to be move forward or not. If I not perform, how the things will happen.
Right,
And if suddenly a huge load has come, and one way the thing is that it is more attractive towards the KRA and the responsibility they are giving it. So I
right.
thought that the package is not a concern about it. More I will deliver the value and definitely the rewards will automatically back to of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, that's the way to think about it. But at the same time, I'm so glad that it is a much healthier increase than where you were in your CTC before. So that's also a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to now watch level three first.
level
Level
three.
three
Okay.
is included with your level two,
Yes.
and level three really is going to talk about what are the things that you need to understand as you enter this new role
Right.
so that you can plant some very deep roots in this company and become very valuable to them. So
Sure,
I
sir.
want you to start watching level three immediately because it will
Okay.
give you all of the thinking and all of the strategies that you require to now become an indispensable part of their organization.
Sure.
So start watching that first, and then you can always come back to level two at the right time to be able to secure a promotion in this organization.
True,
So
sir. True. That's a thing. I was desperately waiting for the call. I thought the sir is now have to be interact on that. That's what I was keep disturbing you, sir. What happened to the when we had the habits which the mastermind call. So there we I got my name in that. I thought it's a really a good opportunity to interact personally over the call. So I
I
can get a
was
lot of
watching
guidance.
all of your comments, and I know you participated in the 28-day challenge, and I know you
Yep.
really gave it a very good shot. So I was very proud to see that.
Yeah. So I think that that's your guidance, and that's a great motivation through which we are just keep getting alive ourselves, and we know our own capabilities and how these abilities can convert in the rewards and the results of that.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Ajay, it's been a pleasure to speak with you, and I wish you
Definitely.
all the very best. And keep troubling me. There is absolutely no problem. You can reach out to me whenever you feel the need, and I will be happy to guide you with whatever you're going through.
Great, so it's my pleasure. That's a great help from your side, and hope things has to be go very well in the future also.
Thank you, and I wish you all the very best. Take care. I hope you are healthy and happy and safe, and your family is safe, and everybody is doing well.
All well, sir. All well.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Ajay, take care. Nice speaking with you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Nice to talk, sir. Thanks a lot.
Bye.